So folks, normally when I do this kind of demonstration, it's very fast. But for today, perfect. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go a little slower because I'm gonna explain these components and how it works.
Right there.
Should be, give it a tap. There you go. Nice, thank you. So folks, here's how it works. All we're gonna do is this. I'm gonna find out if number one, he has something from his past that he still doesn't feel so good about. Again, without knowing any of the details. I don't need to know any. And then number two, I'm gonna find out what is his code for how that shows up for him. What kind of pictures or sounds or feelings. And you can do this with me, okay? So you can see how this actually works. We're also gonna measure the feelings before and after. So I'm gonna ask him before we start if this memory has a certain emotion attached. By the time we're done, I'm gonna ask him again. And the goal is to be able to help him shift that emotion without him trying. It's just gonna happen naturally. So here we go. You ready?
Sure.
Cool. So, question number one. This is gonna be 4 or 5 questions in total, okay? Without giving us any details, is there something from your past that when you still think about it, it still holds a negative feeling or a charge inside of you that just naturally comes out? There's one.
Yeah.
There's one. One thing from the past, okay. Just so we understand, how long ago from the past did this event occur?
I guess it's I've been on for quite a while. It's actually been around grade 6.
Grade 6.
Yeah, for quite a while.
Grade 6, so we're roughly around 11, 12 years old, something like that?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Ballpark for me, how old are you now?
56, isn't it?
56. Okay. Okay. So 40 something years ago, right? So 40 something years ago, something happened that when you think about it now, it still creates a feeling inside of you. When you think about the feeling, can you just, with one word, can you tell me what is that feeling that shows up in you?
Probably the strongest feeling is guilt.
Guilt. Okay. And just so here in the audience, everybody knows or understands, from 0 to 10, 10 being the most, when you think about this memory, how much of that guilt shows up in you?
I guess it'd be 8.5.
8.5. Okay. So folks, just remember that, okay? 8.5 level guilt. So now we know that there's a challenge, something he's gone through, and we know the feeling. Let's find out how this shows up in his mind. Again, without telling me I don't want to know any of it, okay? None.
Okay.
But here's what I'm gonna ask. This memory that shows up from grade 6, does it show up for you in color or black and white?
In color.
In color. As you imagine this memory in color, do you see yourself in this memory like the younger version of you? Or do you see it like you're there again with your own eyes?
I think I would see if I was back at that age.
Back at that age, okay. And as you remember this memory, does it look like it's playing all around you? Like almost like you're in the memory again, reliving it?
Yeah, first person.
First person. Okay.
Reliving it.
Okay, first person. Now this memory, is there any sounds or voices attached to this memory, including your own voices in your own head during that time?
I guess I don't really remember the other voices. But yeah, so some of the memories, some of my own voice, yes.
Okay, okay. And as you remember the memory of your own voice, is it coming from the left side, right side, or does it sound like it's coming from both?
I think it's right in the middle.
Oh, so it's coming like in front of you, and you can hear it from both sides. Okay. Now this feeling of guilt that you said you feel, that's around 8, level 8, usually it shows up in people's bodies. So when you think about this feeling for you, where in your body does this feeling show up?
This one, upper chest-ish.
Upper chest? Okay. And I'm noticing that you're moving your hand up and down like this. Does the feeling move in your chest, or does it just sit there? Does it sink?
I think it just kind of sits there.
Sits there. Okay. Okay. So folks, we just got you got his syntax. We have a memory that happened back in grade 6 that shows up in color, that shows up in first person, so it's all around him. There's a voice that he remembers that sounds like it's coming through both ears, kind of from the front. And there's a discomfort, a feeling of guilt that sits at the chest. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. Now, we have to clean the slate so he forgets about this. So just take a look at my fingers and tell me how many fingers am I holding up?
2.
Good. How many am I holding up?
2.
What time did you get in here?
Around 1.
Okay, good. Right on the spot. No, that's good. That's good. So we found that the context or the syntax to the old memory. In order to make the switch, we have to take that old memory, the code of how it shows up, and we're going to replace it with something better, something more powerful, something more encouraging, happy, a more positive feeling. But I'm not going to make that up. His brain already has that code. I just need to know what that code is. So, see. Of all the things that's happened in your life, and this is a random question, okay? He has no idea I'm asking him this, by the way. He's just discovering all this now. Of all the things you've gone through in your life, if I had to ask you to think about one, and I'm sure you've got many, just one event in your life that when you think about that memory, that event, there's no negative attached. It's just a memory that still makes you feel really good. Without telling me the details, if I could ask you for one, do you have it? That was quick. Okay. Let's get the code for this one. In this memory, does it show up in color or black and white?
Oh.
Good, in color. Does it show up as if you see a version of you in this memory? Or are you first person again, seeing it all around you?
First person.
First person.
Would it be weird to say a little bit? Mostly first person, a little bit from a third person.
Third person, like as if you're seeing it like from bird's eye view? So like you see the version of you in there plus other people. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
No, that's totally cool. That's totally cool. Okay. So in this context, sometimes he sees it through his own eyes, and sometimes he sees the version of himself in that memory, right? So it kind of bounces between the two. That's important code to know. Are there any sounds or voices, including the ones in your head, during this positive memory?
Yes.
Okay. Is it showing up on the left side, right side, or both?
Both.
In this memory, do you mind doing me a favor? If it's not too personal, are you able to tell me what that voice was?
I guess my own personal voice and the people in all. Yeah. Bits and pieces of their voices.
Bits and pieces of their voices and yours. Do you remember what you had said during that moment?
No.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Last one. The feeling that you have, what would you describe this positive feeling from this memory?
Oh. Starting a new chapter in my life.
Starting a new chapter in your life. And if you had to describe the emotion attached to this, what would be the emotion if you had to guess?
Oh, just super happy.
Super happy. Super, so not just regular happy, it's like super happy.
Yeah.
Where in your body does the super happy show up?
I'd say all over. It radiates.
Radiates. Awesome. Is there a center point to where it radiates, or does it just kind of feel like it's all over your body?
Just all over the way.
All over. Okay. So the syntax for this particular memory is in color, in first person and third person, so it kind of bounces. There's a voice, which is your voice, and other people's voice emanating from both sides. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the super happy, not regular happy, super happy that you feel, it's all over your body. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that's the syntax for positive feeling, positive memory. On this next part, I'm actually going to take your mic because you're going to use your hands for this. I'm going to explain to them real quick what we're going to do. I should probably put this down. Now, the reason why I took away his microphone for a minute is because in order to execute this, on his end, it's going to look really easy. You're almost going to feel like a kid doing this. It's a no-brainer for you. All the technical stuff happens in my brain. In order to make the shift, there's one thing that we've got to do to make this effective for you. And what this is there's about 1 or 2 minutes where we got to play with this next exercise, almost like we're kids. So you know when you give a kid, for example, Play-Doh, and you're like, hey, play with the Play-Doh, kid. And the kid plays with Play-Doh, and he's got a red and an orange, and he mixes it up. And then you go, what is that? What did you just make? And the kid goes, oh, I just made a castle. I made a car. I made a building. I made Superman. I made He-Man. It's a clump of Play-Doh, but he's using his imagination. And he's not wrong. He's just being a kid. In order for us to do this change work, we have to allow ourselves to think like kids. Why is that important? It's because all change happens from the subconscious, and the subconscious is created from 0 to 7 years old. After 7, it solidifies, and it stays that way in our adult life. So to make the switch really quick, within a minute or 2, you just gotta let yourself play like a kid. Is that okay? And I'll do this with you. Is there any part of you that feels resistant to just having some fun and trying something new?
Probably a tiny bit. And yeah, I'm game.
Okay. Okay, great. So tell me really quick, what is that part of you that's like, a tiny bit resistant? Please share. It's important.
I guess it's just, not doing any situations before. Not knowing what's going.
Right. So the reason I'm asking this is because if the brain has a lot of resistance, it won't allow itself to shift. So let's just clear the air on this real quick. In your opinion, doing an exercise like this that you've never done before, have you ever done something else, let's say with your kids, when they were young, because I know they're older now, but do you remember a time doing something new with your kids that you didn't really know what to expect, but it was something that you thought you'd be able to do with them, and it turned out to be all right? Yeah. Do you remember how that felt like to just try something new with them for the first time? A little nerve-wracking maybe, but in the end, you knew it was going to be okay. That feeling, would you allow that feeling to come here as we do this together so you can let the inner child inside of you just play for a minute or 2? Yeah? Okay. This is super simple. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. Look down at this old memory. From that distance, tell me, how is this old memory different from you right now?
It's very tiny.
It is indeed very tiny. I see you smiling, sir. How does that make you feel as you smile?
I guess I feel like it's almost done.
You feel like it's almost left. Earlier you said there was that weird, heavy feeling of guilt that you used to feel. Where is that guilt now? There or gone?
I would say gone. It's still right there.
But you said you had that for 40 years, right?
Yes, I would.
We're almost done. I want you to imagine taking an imaginary lock. You know those locks that we have in lockers back in high school? I want you to imagine holding a lock that's so big that you put it over that memory, over this whole place, all the way up to the ceiling to where you are up in the sky. Use your hands, lock it in place, see it, feel it, lock everything that you've created here with me today. When you're ready, use your hands, go ahead and do that. Lock it. That's it. Now just take that log, throw it away. It's always with you, just not in your face all the time. Nice. Now, imagine flying all the way back into your seat, back into your body. And when you're ready, do me a favor. What color is that guy's sweater over there? That good-looking dude there behind the screens.
Great.
It's gray. What about the one, like, what's he wearing? What color is that on the inside?
Blue.
The blue. Okay. Who would look better in that blue, him or me? Him, of course. He's like, what the heck? Okay, let me give you this back. We're almost done here. You been fantastic, by the way. This guy had no idea that he was going to come up and sit with me today. One more time. Tell me not the situation, but bring back that old memory from grade 6. Do your best right now to relive it without trying. And just tell me as you think about this old memory, how's it different for you right now?
It feels just like a memory now. There's no tension or inner emotional feeling. I guess it's different.
Is there any negative feelings at all that you're feeling when you think about this old memory?
No, it's more like a feeling. It's more like a memory now. Versus the eyes.
So just something that you went through.
Yeah.
And you felt this feeling before for how long? The old guilt?
Yeah, since grade 6.
It's grade 6.
Yeah.
40-something years ago.
Yeah.
You sat with me for about 30 minutes, so you got rid of it in about half an hour.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Way to go. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
One last thing before we go. Imagine being somewhere that you're normally going to be next week. And now imagine this memory from grade 6. How do you feel now when you think about it a week from today?
Yeah, I don't think I'll have much connection for it.
You're going to get my number and you're going to tell me next week because I want to double hear it and know.
Will do.
And this is how we make emotional transformations from anything we've ever experienced, everything that we've ever gone through. If we feel stuck with something, we don't have to be stuck anymore. If we want to do something with our life that we feel we can't do it, we now have the power and ability to do it. We just need to know how to understand the programming in our mind and turn off the part that doesn't make us feel so
the last
confident,
one we have the code.
that makes us feel so unsure, and turn on the part that says, hey, no, I can let go of whatever I want to let go of, and I can do whatever it is I believe I want to do with my time, with my effort, with my life.
Yeah, that's the
Folks,
one.
we're going to close off here now.
Oh, thank
Steve,
you,
you're
thank you,
fantastic.
thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. If you are somebody that wants to learn more about this, take a screenshot. We have a message box on our website. If there's something you feel you need help with,
Do you enjoy the live
just
demo?
type in the
Do you
little
enjoy the
chat
live
box.
demo?
I need some help.
Thank you.
Or if you're somebody who wants to learn the skill for yourself to apply to your own life, type it in the chat box and say, hey, I want to learn this for myself. We'll make sure we get back to you. Thank you so much, everyone. Awesome job, my man.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome.